Now, can everybody see our garden wall? This is very important. Excellent. On this momentous occasion today, as we stand in the beautiful Japanese gardens on this mountaintop town of Toowoomba, we gather on land in which elders and members of the Indigenous community of the Gaibil and Jaraway tribes have been custodians for many centuries, and on which Aboriginal people have long performed age-old ceremonies of celebration, initiation and renewal. We respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners of this land as we celebrate this sacred union today. Welcome to this magnificent celebration of true love and the creation of one very special tribe, with Christina and Leigh at its heart. Christina and Leigh share a love that is pretty remarkable. Some people go their whole lives without finding the kind of love that Christina and Leigh stumbled across completely accidentally on an app called Song Pop. An unusual love story, to say the least. The pair played several rounds of genres, including grunge, much to Leigh's disgust. He was pretty impressed with the knowledge being displayed by his opponent and went to check out her profile. From there, he proudly and openly admits to becoming absolutely smitten with Christina's eyes. He told me that through her eyes he could read her like a book, and it was obviously one he simply had to read and hasn't been able to put down since. Leigh says it was instant attraction. As soon as I saw those beautiful green hazel eyes, I could see the pain, sincerity, empathy, and I just felt it. When our eyes locked in our first meeting, I just felt complete. Christina echoes this statement by telling me that once we met, that final piece just clicked into place. I felt completely comfortable with him, safe. I just felt like I'd met my best friend, and I can honestly say that it's the first time in my life that I feel as though I've known someone forever the first time I met them. After 6 months of fleeting weekend visits that began after only 3 weeks, there came the fateful weekend in which Leigh was visiting Toowoomba and was already on his way back to the airport when he realised he just couldn't leave her. They turned the car around. Leigh arranged to stay another week, in which they made plans and signed a lease. Then he returned to Melbourne only to pack and return to his beloved for good. That is what I call destiny in action, and only the surest of hearts tread in this garden today. Something else that we simply cannot neglect to mention is that it is Christina's birthday. Happy birthday to our beautiful bride. Our very romantic couple have incorporated Christina's birthday into the litany of love that makes up their story together so far. Because today is not only our bride's birthday, but it is also the anniversary of their engagement. And this is another story that's too good to neglect to mention. They'd been living together for about a month, and due to Leigh's shifty behaviour all day, Christina was pretty sus on him. She never dreamed, however, that while standing in the kitchen and under the pretense of opening a cupboard, Leigh would get down on one knee and propose in front of all their beautiful kids and Christina's nephew, Craig. There were tears all round, and this date, there's Craig back there, fist pumping. Tears all round, and this date was set in stone in the timeline of one pretty epic love affair. So I would now like to invite Christina's godson, Harrison, up, who will share with us a beautiful reading from The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams.
In the book The Velveteen Rabbit, the young rabbit asks the skin horse, who has been around the nursery for some time, what is real. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender, before Nana came to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle? Real isn't how you're made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you. Then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, but he was always truthful. When you're real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get a bit loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you're real, you can't be ugly, except for those who don't understand.
That was perfect. Thank you, Larry. A wedding is such an important ritual because it brings together so many of the people who we treasure and who treasure us. And that reading is really special because it shines a light on what it means to truly love somebody. And we can see how this love stretches to accommodate many people in a family. The people who we love all the more because they aren't shiny and new. People we love because they've been there when we got our scars and when we needed a bit of help to see us through, and vice versa. People who support us come what may and who love us unconditionally. These are the same people who support and celebrate with our bride and groom on their journey of marriage, knowing that there will be challenges that make us a bit loose in the old joints, like the Velveteen Rabbit. Christina and Leigh would both like to take this opportunity to thank their parents for their love, support and guidance, today and over the years to come. Christina told me that the journey that brought Leigh to her was more difficult than she could ever understand. And although she said that anything that is going to hurt him will have to get through her first in the future, Leigh has shown a remarkable fortitude and toughness in his recovery. He was very much supported in this by his family, who gave him oodles of support and love after his accident, for which he is very grateful indeed. Therefore, we take this moment to honour the parents of the bride and groom. More special humans who need to be mentioned are, of course, core tribal members, Emily Louise, Toby James, Talon Lee and Ashlyn Riley. These remarkable kids have shown huge love and open-heartedness in their willingness to become a family. Both of their parents have said that it isn't always easy, but it's always been worth it, and they wouldn't change a single thing or a single person. Being a family can be a tricky business, but every person standing here before you today is committed to a lifetime of love, and Christina and Leigh are dedicated to creating a tribe and a life that is brimming with honesty, respect and learning. Both Christina and Leigh express the most remarkable commitment to moving forwards and creating this amazing family with so much joy, fun and love. Pure, unconditional and absolute love that is not based upon blood or last names, but something much stronger, with a special place for each individual in this family. Now, as we move closer to the I do portion of today, we're going to embrace the spirit of unity and oneness as we perform a ring warming ceremony. So our ring bearers, Emily and Ashlyn, will begin our ceremony by popping both the rings into one bag and passing them to somebody, the lucky somebody in the crowd. So as you receive the rings, hold them for a moment in your hands and think of a prayer or a blessing or simply your warmest wishes for the happiness of our couple, then pass them along. Once we finish, the rings will pass through the hands of every person here who wishes Leigh and Christina a lifetime of happiness, and that is very powerful indeed.
We're all looking, that's what she said. For someone to share our thoughts, for someone to share our beds. But if you find someone that doesn't try to change you, and if you find someone that doesn't have to blame you, and if you find someone you don't need to explain to,
Does everybody touch the rings? That was beautiful.
Small, no, the big one back there.
Christina and Leigh have chosen a second reading that they both feel reflects the beauty of their relationship, and Leigh's cousin Nikki will share it with you now. It is called Love by Roy Croft. Nikki's going to ace it.
I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach for the sun. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means after all. Is it right?
A marriage based on friendship, on respect, on admiration and on joy is a wonder and something to be cherished. So let's start this one. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriage according to law. Before you are joined in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Leigh, do you promise to cherish Christina in all her stubborn, fiery, witty glory? Do you promise to always appreciate the incredible mother, woman and friend she is, and tolerate her bizarre need to keep the sink completely dry after every use? Do you vow to support and encourage her in her sacred work as a doula and adore her relentlessly, even when she has her sassy pants on?
I do.
Christina, do you promise to love Leigh even though his stubbornness goes toe-to-toe with yours? To treasure his obsessive-compulsive folding of your clothes and closing your iPhone apps as much as you adore his loyalty, his irreverent sense of humour and his fierce honesty?
I do.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Leigh William James Carter, take you, Christina Louise Nolan, to be my fully wed wife.
Today I reaffirm that you are and will always be
Today I reaffirm that you are and will always be
my best friend,
my best friend, my equal, and my partner in life.
promise you
I promise you my life,
my utmost devotion,
my utmost discretion,
that you and our family will
for you and our family before all else,
and to love you for the rest of the day.
and for the love you rest of mine.
I promise to stand by your side through good times and bad,
I promise to stand through
by your side,
by your side through good times and bad,
to support you in everything you do,
to support you in everything you do,
to help raise our kids to be the best they can be,
to help raise our kids the best they can be,
and to always be there for you.
and to always be there for you and your family.
I promise to laugh with you,
I promise to laugh with you,
to be your shoulder to cry on,
to be your shoulder to cry on,
your arms to sleep,
your arms to sleep in,
sharing your triumphs and burdens,
to sharing your triumphs and burdens,
and in doing so,
and in doing so,
you never have to take
you never have to take anything away. And you'll never have to drink your own. I promise to trust, respect and protect you with my life. You've already had it. However, I give you my hand and my life in front of all today. To show not only you, but everyone how you make me feel. I promise to be your wife. Always and forever. Nice and soul enough. You don't want to move, God.
Ring troubles. There we go.
Married yourself now.
Alright, and now we need Leigh's ring, please, darling. Same deal.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Christina Louise Nolan, take you, Leigh William James Carter, to be my lawfully wedded husband. Leigh, my partner in life, love and crime. Today I promise you this. I promise to choose you, to love you, and to laugh with you. For always and before all others. My heart, my soul, and my body belong to you. I promise to support you in all you want to do, to follow you up every mountain, and to say yes you can when everyone else says no you can't. I promise you and all of our children that our home will always be a place of laughter and love, and a safe place to land. I will love, nurture and fight for them all, as though they were all my own. I promise to trust you without question, and always be worthy of your trust. From this day forward, I promise to make you the centre of my universe. Whatever souls are made of, yours and mine are the same. Always and forever. I now declare you husband and wife. You may now gross everybody out and share your first spousal snog.
Toby's not happy. Tim Tam's having none of this.
Alright, we're going to take to make it all official and sign the register. So save your congratulations. Save them. Oh, okay. We're not done. Let's tell.
We're not done yet.
So I need Belle and Michael and our bride and groom. Let's sign.
Where's the selfie stick, man? I'm really bothered.
It's not going to be shaky.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you.
Hello.
Curves and all your edges, all your
Hey.
perfect imperfections.
Come and see what
All to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning.
Okay, so
Even when I
Congratulations.
so you would have
Congratulations, yeah?
give you
Say congratulations, Daddy. Congratulations.
you're also going
and you you give give me
Congratulations.
all of you. times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down.
It's not better than the second time, brother.
Through every mood, you're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater.
You guys go mingle, okay? And we'll get our witnesses to sign, and then I'll call you over after the Just maybe sign on this line. So write your full name on this line and sign on this Michael, your turn. This is all paperwork. So just give your full name here and your signature. Maybe the reception.
No.
And you give me all of you. I give you all of me. And you give me all of you.
Where'd you get your shirt? Please tell me I need one.
Secret, brother.
Why don't I just research it?